Good evening. Almost live. This is Postscript, and I'm Chris Moore. This evening, we're going to take a look at the recent, well, it is not a dispute, but there seems to be some controversy over whether or not the St. Louis Police Officers Association will be recognized as the sole bargaining agent for all police officers in the city of St. Louis. There are a number of black officers on the police force, and some of them are represented by the St. Louis Police Ethical Society, and there are some implications there between black officers and white officers, and of course the black and white community. This evening, Postscript will take a look at that subject, and later in the show we'll also deal just a little bit with Homer G. Phillips. Judge Wanglin promises a decision tomorrow, so we'll probably talk about that same subject next week. This evening, joining me to talk about those two subjects, however, are Richard Onion Horton of the St. Louis Argus, Betty Lee of Proud Magazine, Tommy Robertson of the Post-Dispatch, and Anthony E. Glover, also of the Post-Dispatch.
They can do anything to us.
You're saying that black people are ignorant about some facts of life,
they're either
and also
ignorant
that
of
they
the
don't
fact
care,
or they
there's
just
a lot
don't
of
want to
apathy?
face reality.
Well, I think that comes closer.
They don't want to face the reality of how bad they are.
I can't sit up here and call our old people ignorant. I can't sit up there and do
Look,
that.
anybody that said
I can see that where people build defense mechanisms to go out and face life. I mean, he might have reached the point he could take no more frustration. Onion doesn't know what other frustrations that man felt, and and I think it's ridiculous to sit up here and call our people
Well,
ignorant.
I think if the man says that there's something that a white man can't do to a black man, if he's 15 or 75, he's not facing reality.
Well,
they can do anything they want to
I'll say
us.
he's not facing reality.
And that's what the man said. He said they cannot close it. And that was his statement. Now, anyone that says they can't close up a hospital, I can't, I feel I have sympathy for his age, but the man is limited. And my point with the politicians is that I realize that and I'm not blaming our politicians. I'm saying it's hopeless. I'm saying that I would like this, and I would only, and I've said this many times, if a black man has a desire in this town to be a politician, I have nothing against that. Maybe he figures he can make a little extra money, he can walk around and have a name, some letters or something behind his name, I'm the alderman, I'm the committeeman, but I would like for him to be honest enough to say, look, these white folks are taking care of business down here, and I can't do nothing about it. Now, if you were that honest.
There have been some elected officials and non-elected officials that recently have stepped forth and not necessarily followed your advice, but have made that very statement. I wouldn't say it was necessarily
I think Ms. Anita Vaughn made about the most courageous commitment I've seen by getting out of there. She said that there was nothing she could do, and to stay, this old stuff about staying on the inside to fight the problem, all you're doing when you stay there, in spite of what your feelings may be, still, there is somebody that is going to say that your being there is condoning the situation. And I think the idea that she got out was a good move in her part.
Okay, that's a whole nother subject, and we could get into that. But Tommy wanted to make a point just a second.
There are 2 points. That number one, the one that Onion made earlier concerning the frustration, and Betty talked about that too. When you talk about they can't close Phillips, they won't close Phillips. I think that in large measure that might be one reason why that the black community as a whole might not have ever generated the kind of a stop closing of Phillips activity or action that might have been necessary, because they just people just would not believe that the mayor would go ahead despite his dancing around the issue.
But does that relate back to what Onion addressed as ignorance? So, you know,
I don't necessarily call that
ignorance. Is just not knowing. Let's define that. That's my understanding of it.
Well, if you go with ignorance being as not knowing, and take that in the literal sense,
they're ignorant.
No.
Anyone that says that a white man can't do something to us.
I don't believe.
Well,
I think Onion takes people literally. Often,
yeah, I guess I do.
Okay,
and
maybe I shouldn't.
He doesn't allow for reasons or other thoughts behind. One statement in. He doesn't know anything else about this man. I mean, that who might be a very knowledgeable person and can't face anymore. Any kind of thing could have happened.
Good friend Betty.
Right.
What would you say if I told you
I
that was something that the white man could do?
I said you were ignorant. See, because I know you have a chance to get your frustrations out on Postscript. That man doesn't have that opportunity.
Okay, I withdraw my statement.
Okay.
Okay.